Well, good morning. I have full days right now, and this is challenging to fit in, but I am determined to do it. I wanted to just bridge a little bit from the last money story post about the fifth commandment that talked about honoring our father and mother. And it's really the bridge between the first five commandments and then the second five commandments that really talks about relationship and how much relationship impacts what we do and impacts our money story. And I know for me, when I have wonderful friendships and wonderful relationships in my life. I cannot tell you how much relational capital over time has been built in my whole life. I am so grateful for this. And I want to genuinely make friends. Genuinely. Like, I love connecting with people. In my strengths finder, right, woo is one of my top, it's my top thing. No matter how many times I've taken strength finder, woo is my top thing. I'm an Enneagram 3, right? I love people. My strengths in my life, which can also be your weaknesses, right? Because one of the things that some people think can happen when you're a woo is that you use people to get what you want. So that's the whole idea of, if I obey my parents, then they'll give me what I want, which is not what it's saying, right? The same way with relationships. If I behave a certain way, then people will give me what I want, which is a very self-centered way of having friendships, right? And it truly doesn't last. That really takes a lot of energy rather than giving you energy. And I love one of the things that the author says in the book on page 62. So the biblical fifth commandment advises building genuine and sincere relationships with as many people as possible with no thought of reward. Beneath the surface, it informs you that paradoxically, reward will follow in proportion to the lack of self-interest you project while forming the relationship in the first place. So, there might be thoughts that come into our mind that we think, oh, I'm just coming to this thing because, do I want to, when I first, I'll give you a better example. When I first started doing Cabby, I couldn't stop thinking about all the people that I knew that would love this product, right? And so internally, I felt a little bit of pressure, like, oh, I just want to share. And I'm like, you got to slow down. Like, you can't just do this. It's going to take time. And I just was like, one of the things I really do know how to do is build relationships. And that's what I have to focus on because that's what I can control. I can control myself and connecting with other people. I can't control the outcome. I can share. I can be genuine. I can try and learn about them. And if what I have to offer could meet a need for them, then great. But I have to start with those things that I can control. Otherwise, it kind of drives us crazy. But I can't, and even myself, for the things that I purchase, I have some friends who are in sales and I love what they sell. So I genuinely buy it. But I do not buy it so that they will buy from me. I buy things that I like to use, that I want to use, and that's genuine. If I really don't want it, then I will say, I wonder how else I can bless that person in their business. Maybe I know someone that would really benefit from what they're doing. That's a win for that person, right? Because I believe in what they're doing, but maybe it's not a product maybe that I feel like I can use, or how else can I be a blessing in that person's business, right? But I don't buy things because I want that person to buy from me. I don't do that. I just have decided that's not how I'm going to roll. I'm going to buy the things that I like and move on, right? And I'm going to engage in relationship and do the things that are very freeing in that aspect. I don't want it just to be self-interest, right? And we might even think, oh, I'm human. How can I even overcome that? Well, I think we could say that about everything in our lives, right? I think I shared this once before. Like, I've done some fasting in my life. I've done 3 40-day fasts, liquid. And you could say, oh my goodness, you can't do that because what if somebody asks you a question, or what if it's all about my self-interest in what I look like in fasting? I just decided, what, if I bump into that, I bump into that. I'm not going to not do it. I'm not going to not fast because of what I might run into and that I might do it wrong. Right? I'm just going to bump into stuff, and when I do, I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to deal with it if I'm self-righteous. I'm going to deal with my relationships. If I'm self-interested in that relationship that I'm forming, I need to check my heart and my spirit about it. It's the same thing with any sort of discipline. Am I working out so people can see me? No. Nope, because you know what? That's not enough of an effort for me. There's got to be something inside of me that cares about my self-care enough that I know that this is so good for me. Every day when I work out, it gets my brain in a different place. It gets my body in a different place. It tells my body, this is what we're going to do. I'm bossing my body around. This body is what we're going to do today. We're going to run harder. We're going to run faster. We're going to stretch today and take a break. And that's okay too, body. I don't have to run every day, body. I'm going to tell you what to do. And when it comes to my relationships as well, I can tell, listen, I care about this person. I don't care what they give to me. I want to give to them first. That is what relationship is about. And I'm incredibly, you can probably even hear the tone of my voice, I'm incredibly convicted about this. Like, I'm not here to use people. I wasn't here to use my parents to honor them. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to use my relationships to get what I want. I want to have genuine friendship. Genuine friendship. Where that leads, and I hope I can serve those people, and we have a great time on it. What I find is that when we give to one another, like I have made great friends with my clients over the years, and I gain so much from them. I love listening to them. How do they do their work in their life together? How do they do all the mom stuff and work? How does that balance work for them? Talk about life and how does that work? And all the things that we can learn from each other. That is so fun, so engaging, so energetic and life-giving. Like when I get done, I get to go to a show today about 2 hours. So I get a little drive time, and I'm going to meet some incredible women today. I am so excited. Yes, I'm going to do a show for them, and I'm going to serve them with all my heart. But you know what? I'm going to make some friends today that I've never met before. And if they don't buy anything, that's not up to me. But I hope I can engage them in a way. I hope I can help them feel beautiful. I hope I can give them something today that they didn't have when they walked in the door. This exchange that is spiritual, not transactional. That's why many people do business, right? We want to be a part of something bigger than ourselves. So we give, we show up. And I don't just do my show and, maybe I can. No. I am here to give to you an incredible resource that is my heart and soul. I love what I do. We have fun. We laugh. We kind of make fun of our bodies because there's things over time that change, right? Like, it's all the good things to make sort of light of, and then things that we can breathe into, right? That have been really hard about our bodies and dressing them. Things that change. And so what can I give? That's what I want. What can I give in my relationships? How can I bless them? Who can I connect them with? There is no greater joy when I connect two wonderful people together. I mean, it's the best thing, right? And the only way I get to know people is stretching myself, trying new things, right? And getting out there, meeting new people, trying new ways to do that, showing up at a place I don't know anybody. For many people, that's terrifying. But for me, it's something that I want to do because I genuinely want to grow. I am a growing person, and it is a base need. It is a basic need that we have, is to grow. And so I want to do that. And sometimes I grow in different ways, right? And sometimes it's that I choose to go to a place where I don't know people and that I'm going to do something new and engage. And so one of the things on page 63 is he just goes into saying, find opportunities to make friends. Find opportunities to become friendly with many people. If there's one lesson to be found in Jewish business success, it is that. And one final story I want to read. Consider this story of success. It was a bitterly cold day in New York. It was January in 1924. Richard Simon had promised to visit his grandmother, who still called him by his Hebrew name, Reuben. During his visit, he discovered that along with her neighbor, his grandmother loved doing crossword puzzles. The two elderly ladies kept one another company during the long winter evenings, working together on the crossword puzzle printed each day in the New York World. The problem was that they usually completed the puzzle by Tuesday, and Richard sat there thinking for a while. His grandmother's eyes lit up. when he asked her whether she would enjoy an entire book of crossword puzzles. Oh man, if only such a thing existed, she said. Richard persuaded a friend of his, a fellow he called Link, to join him in creating and publishing a book of crossword puzzles. The subsequent crossword puzzle book became the foundation of a publishing empire that Richard Simon and his pal Lincoln Schuster, two young Jewish boys from New York. Simon and Schuster, have you heard of them? I think so. Pretty big publishing house, right? Richard Simon and his pal Lincoln Schuster started with a crossword puzzle book because his grandma loved crosswords. Simple, life-changing. One idea, one conversation, one question. I love that. And who knows what you can do with your friends. All right, have a great day. I'm going to pray. Jesus, thank you for friends. Thank you for our families. Thank you that you can give us ideas. And thank you so much for friendship. And that out of friendship can come amazing things. May we be that friend today.